I'm tired of being harmed by others, of being screwed every time I turn around, being lied to, taken advantage of being betrayed and backstabbed, of being rewarded for my honesty and good faith with deception, fraud, stress, and poverty. I'm tired of being abused and punished for the stupidity and incompetence of others. I'm tired of being preyed upon and victimized in a society enforcing this predation and protecting and even rewarding the predators. I'm sick to death living in a society premised on predation and where predation prospers. Even my own parents, family, friends, and coworkers have lied to me, betrayed me, and taken advantage of me. Even many neighbors, strangers I've tried to befriend, or just met in passing, have often, and without cause, just lied to me, or have tried to take advantage of me, or have hurt me in some way. Since junior high, every school I've attended was corrupt. Since I was 18, every doctor I met was corrupt. My last three landlords, every employer, nearly every cop, every lawyer and judge I've come into contact with has been corrupt. And the politicians and journalists I've contacted about this corruption were corrupt too. I can't find any clerk, bureaucrat, any administrator in the public or private sectors willing in any way to do the right thing, to defy their own oppressors and stop hurting me. They continue to harm me through the rationalization, the excuse that they're only doing their jobs. I keep telling them, that's crap. You're choosing to hurt me. And their response is to just keep hurting me because the system allows them, requires them to do so. At best, they say it's out of their hands. And I say that's a damned lie. It is nobody's job to harm others. It's nobody's job to defend, enforce, and perpetuate corruption. In fact, you have an ethical obligation to humanity not to. So say the wisest religions and philosophies of history. Throughout history, empathy has been stressed through the great philosophies and religions by repeating the age-old wisdoms of never judge another until you've walked in their shoes, and treat others as you want them to treat you. They've all recognized empathy as the major requirement for mutual happiness and peaceful coexistence. And this is how I've decided to live my life. Not as the elitist predators demand that I live, but as the wisdom of the ages advise me to live. The only way to achieve my own happiness is through the deep, abiding respect for the human rights of others. Regardless of how badly I'm treated by others, their corruption, cruelty, and abuse will never turn me into one of them. I will maintain my high ethics until the day I die. And as odd as this may sound, this is the easiest part. Why on earth would I want to become like the people I despise? And this is a question I have for humanity. Why do you wish to emulate the people who've caused you the most pain? Why obey the worst humanity has to offer? Have you no integrity, dignity, self-respect? Have you no brain? Can't you think for yourselves? Have you no eyes? Can't you see the human misery you're causing? Why do you admire those causing and profiting from your personal stress, struggles, insecurity, and pain? Why do you listen to the dregs of society and do as they tell you? Why do you take commands from the gutter scum rather than adhere to the truth offered from the enlightened on the mountaintop? The teachers of ethics have been telling us this simple reality for over 5,000 years now. Stop obeying the orders of predators and just respect each other. The golden rule is the fundamental foundation of equalism, empathy, consent, and mutual respect for the rights of others. Equalism says it's damn time we start living the golden rule. It's time we put the wisdom of the ages into practice and create a society based upon that wisdom. Equalism does just that. It isn't ruled by philosophers, but on the simplicity, beauty, and elegance of the Golden Rule. Another common thread among the world's religions and philosophies is the rejection of worldly, materialistic pursuits. So I ask, why do so many humans claim to be religiously or philosophically influenced, but continue to ignore the main teachings of nearly every religion and philosophy? Why continue to live the lives demanded by those who've rejected the wisdom of the ages? Why continue to obey the commands of the elite, the most corrupted, most vile and despicable people humanity has ever produced? So you probably already know the world is a mess. But are you ready to admit your own culpability in making it so? You don't only have to wake up and open your eyes to see the world as it really is, but you must wake up and open your eyes to see how you really are. Opening your eyes lets you see both externally and internally, objectively and subjectively, in an exterior way as well as an introspective one. Waking up and opening your eyes forces you to re-examine the world and yourself. You can go to protest every day and accomplish nothing if you merely return to your everyday life. You must defy what you're protesting against. You must live what you're fighting for, not only when it suits you or when it's convenient, but you must live what you pursue every day. You must live what you desire to accomplish. You must dedicate your entire lives to end this madness. You must dedicate every waking moment, every thought, and every action to ending this insanity. You must stop being hypocrites in your beliefs. You must stop being apathetic in your everyday actions. You must live the Golden Rule. You must become the Golden Rule. Just say no more and stop your own justifications in harming others. Claiming self-preservation is no excuse for your continued involvement in this predominant society, especially when you can survive just as well and even better by just creating a non-predatory society, by defying the corrupt authority that right now dictates your life. So if you're serious about making a better world, you must start with yourself. You must change yourself because what you're doing ain't working. Stop being hypocrites. Stop being apathetic. Stop claiming pragmatism justifies your cruelty to others. Wake up, open your eyes, and then stand up. Stop harming others and justifying it as just something that has to be done. Refuse to follow orders and start living as you know you should be living. If I can do it, anybody can. Gandhi possessed no special powers. Neither did Socrates or Henry David Thoreau or the Buddha or Tom Paine. Nor, as far as his social teachings go, did Jesus. These people simply made a decision to stop their predation on others, and they stuck to that decision. These people all offered us a way out of this mess, and I've chosen to follow their example. And I think it's damn time the rest of us do as well. We must, if we ever hope to regain our freedom. Human rights involves more than just protections from the abuses of others. There are also protections from what others can force us to do for our own survival. We all have the right to survive and contribute to society without harming each other or denying others the necessities and comforts of a normal and productive life. You and I can either look at one another and see competitors and enemies, or we can see friends and allies. someone with whom we can cooperate with to protect our mutual rights and achieve our mutual happiness. Cutthroat competition is the result of the desire to dominate, while cooperation is the result of empathy and the golden rule. I refuse to prosper or to attempt to prosper or even survive at the expense of another human. Once we begin to accept this way of thinking as the only legitimate way of living our lives, will any true human progress ever be accomplished? So wake up, open your eyes, and then stand up and stop following orders and start living as you know you should be living. If I can do it, anybody can. We must unite in our denunciation and non-participation in the very system that enslaves and harms us all. And equalism is the only philosophy that unites the non-predators on the left and right against the predators on both sides and the elite whose orders they enforce. We need a revolution of thought, of personal action through social refusal. This is how we change society from one of predatory self-interest to cooperative self-interest. Watch my equalism lecture series in sequence and join the equalist movement. A better world really is possible, and equalism is the only way to achieve it. Resist, refuse, revolt,